Welcome to Paris. We're here for the reopening of Notre Dame to the general public. Today is Monday, the 9th of December, and for the first time in over 5 years since the devastating fire of April 2019, Notre Dame is once more opening its doors to the general public. And very luckily, we've actually secured tickets to go tonight, and we're going to bring you with us. Notre Dame is dedicated to Our Lady, the Virgin Mary, and in this video we're going to take you on a full guided tour of the magnificent cathedral, down to the more minute details that many visitors miss. I know you're probably really eager to see the interior of the cathedral since it's been renovated, but if you're still curious about the exterior, then I'll give you a full look around this at the end of the video. I think it's really worth noting that it took close to 200 years to originally build Notre Dame, and so the renovations are likely to take much more than just 5 years to complete. So while the interior is once more reopened to the public, a lot of work still has to be done, and it will be several years before Notre Dame is truly complete. One thing that might really surprise you and is a bit controversial about the newly renovated cathedral is all of the modernisation touches, such as the new donation boxes, a brand new speaker system and things like this, which have definitely modernised Notre Dame, but not everyone is a massive fan of this. So without further ado, let's head into the cathedral via its magnificent doors. The cathedral dates all the way back to 1163, when it was founded by Bishop Maurice de Sully. It's built on the same site as a Roman temple dedicated to Jupiter once stood. The pulpit was created in 1868 based on designs by Viollet-le-Duc, i.e. the very same man who renovated Mont Saint-Michel and created the Notre Dame as we know it today. While wandering along the nave, don't forget to look back and look up to marvel at the largest organ in France. The grand organ actually managed to survive the fire with minor damage, and only one pipe sustained water damage. The altar area is inaccessible to the public, but can still be admired from afar, and most interestingly, there is a brand new modern altarpiece to mark the new chapter of Notre Dame. This was designed by artist Guillaume Bardet and is very modern. It's definitely in stark contrast to the rest of the cathedral. Notre Dame is built in the shape of a Latin cross, which is pretty common for French churches, and to be honest, this church was the blueprint for almost every medieval church in Europe after its construction. When it was built, every single modern technique was used to ensure that it was really cutting edge, and I can't even imagine how people back 800 years ago would have felt when they first stepped inside this grandiose building, the likes of which had never been seen before. Notre Dame has 29 chapels which were added in the 13th century and surround the interior of the building. So when you're walking around the church, don't forget to stop and look at each of these because they're all very ornate and beautiful. Saint Genevieve is one of the two patron saints of Paris, and it's said that her prayers actually saved Paris from Attila the Hun in the 5th century. The south wall of the choir enclosure is not only decorative, but creates a wall of silence for services held within the choir area. Beautiful carvings on the screen depict apparitions of Christ following his resurrection and show scenes from Easter Day all the way to his ascension. The Notre Dame chapels, which are closest to the altar, are the most vibrantly decorated and are known as the radiating chapels, following the renovation works that are almost unrecognisable from before, when soot and centuries of atmospheric conditions meant that they were completely covered over, but now the paintings really shine through once more and they're truly a delight to look at. The former cockerel that was once at the top of the spire of Notre Dame has been replaced by a new one, and the old one can be seen as a symbol of resilience and the continuance of the church in the history of Paris. One of the newer and more controversial additions to the cathedral is this 4-metre high reliquary built to house the crown of thorns. It's ultra modern and consists of a halo of glass pebbles which are embedded in a cedar wood panel. Along with Saint Genevieve, Saint Denis is the other patron saint of Paris, and he's often depicted carrying his own head. Even though Notre Dame has reopened to the public during the festive period, there is no sign of Advent in the cathedral apart from this charming nativity set, which is really detailed and is made in Italy. The north wall choir scene matches that of the south side and is also beautifully carved, dates all the way back to the 14th century, but this time it depicts the Nativity of Jesus. Reminders of Notre Dame's new chapter are never too far away. I am truly astonished at what they've managed to achieve here. It's honestly breathtaking, and I can't even describe how beautiful it is, and you can see from the video, but honestly seeing it in person is just mesmerizing. The only thing missing from our visit, I think, is the fact that you can't currently see the stained glass windows because it's nighttime, so I would love to return very soon to be able to see the illuminated windows. The tympanum is the semicircular decorative face above the entrance to Notre Dame and would have been useful in depicting important stories from the Bible back in the Middle Ages when the majority of people couldn't read. The central portal represents scenes from the Last Judgment in the form of a triptych. One of the more practical aspects of Notre Dame's facade, which is also one of the most famous, is its many gargoyles. These actually serve a twofold purpose. In the Middle Ages, they were believed to ward off evil spirits, but they're also very helpful in draining off rainwater from the roof. One of the main defining characteristics of Notre Dame is its impressive spire. The first was installed on site between 1220 and 1230, though it eventually became so damaged that it was removed by the end of the 18th century. In 1869, under the direction of French architect Viollet-le-Duc, a second such spire was installed on site. Unfortunately, this was burned during the devastating fire of 2019, and as of 2024, a brand new spire has been unveiled for the new chapter of Notre Dame. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more France travel content. See you next time. Bye!